How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're just one day and some change away. And real quick before we get into today's video, I just want to touch on a couple of things real quick. The last video that we did caught me a couple of day mute, basically until launch in the official Discord. There was a standing rule that I was aware of about not using, not talking about like the CN beta or, doing content on that. Well, you could do it, you just couldn't share it in the Discord. So, no one shared the last video I did in the Discord, or you could get yourself in some trouble before tomorrow. But the ban lifts when the game launches and everything, so I talked to the mods. I absolutely love those guys. There's no hard feelings. The footage that I used in the last video was sent to me from someone that was on the beta, and since the video had nothing to do with the beta itself and was more just going on general stuff that I have already had access to and talked about before, that it would be, wouldn't fall under that category of doing CN beta content. So my bad on that one. No hate whatsoever to the mods on that one. Y'all doing a great job. Love you guys. So just wanted to touch on that. The couple of you that have been tagging me in the Genshin Discord and I haven't been replying. It's nothing personal. I love you guys. Thank you for reaching out to me. I just haven't been able to reply because I'm on a mute for like another day or two. So won't be able to post this in there. So if you could do your boy Petty a favor, like, comment, and just let me know how you're feeling. I'd appreciate it, because all that stuff will help trick the evil YouTube algorithm and push it out, because I can't really post it, in the Discord. And do not post it on the Discord on my behalf. No, 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 no. We love those mods. We're going to follow their rules with respect. You hear me? Alright. Alright. So, what are we here to talk about today? We are here to talk about the amazing Barb. So this is one of the reasons that I highly recommend that you guys follow Genshin on all their socials and everything. A lot of updates that I've seen that have been really big, like new events being announced and everything, have all been coming on the Facebook side. So great place to keep informed on the game. Highly recommend it to all of you. And essentially what we got here is, dear travelers, the Barbara's Shining debut event will begin right after official release. All travelers who create an account and reach Adventure Rank 20 before the version 1.1 goes live will receive Shining Idol Barbara Hydro via in-game messages. The reason it says Shining Idol is because she wants to be a pop star. It's not like a figurine or some decorative thing in game. We are getting Barbara. And before we go too deep into all of the breakdown stuff for her, the one thing that I want to stress to people is you guys probably don't need to feel super rushed to hit Adventure Rank 20 and just burn through content making sure you hit that. When they say, 1.1 goes live, that's not like, by the time they send out the next hotfix, which will probably be 2 days after the game goes live. It's, gonna be like the first actual patch. I'm not gonna say that it'll have new content in it, but there's a possibility. It's just don't expect it, within a week after release. We're probably gonna have 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks before we have to worry about 1.1. So don't think that you need to, spend your first 3 days super rushing to hit Adventure Rank 20 to be able to get this girl. Most people playing averagely will be able to do this in about a week. And that's, playing a couple hours a day. If you're playing like 6 to 8 hours a day, you're going to be there like tomorrow. So before we get into all that, I just want to make sure that, this isn't going to be a guide on how to rush to Adventure Rank 20. Let me just say that. This is going to be talking about Barbara and some stuff with her to get you guys familiar with her so that you understand what you're getting with this free event. Because I don't personally feel like you need to rush to, and there's plenty of other people that have done content on how to rush up Adventure Rank. I personally don't enjoy that kind of play style. I like to actually, take in the game and kind of do it at my own pace and do my own thing, fight my own fights, kill my own ducks. I'm so mad I lost that footage with the duck side stuff. But I don't think you need to rush. So that's if you're looking for that. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. We're here to talk about Barbara and get into all of her nitty gritty and just important stuff and everything like that. So let's go ahead and start rolling into it. And I'm just going to make myself a wee bit smaller. Oop, nope. I tried to make myself a wee bit smaller. I made the wrong thing smaller. I don't know what I just minimized, but it was something in my Streamlabs. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just get into like what I think are the most important things for you to know. So Melody Loop is by far one of the most important things about this chick because it's really beneficial, but it also comes with some drawbacks. So I want to make sure that we touch on all that. So essentially it's an aura. Once you cast this, it'll be around you or whoever your current champion is that you switch to until the aura runs out, right? During that time, your normal attacks will heal the whole party. Your charge attack is 4 times the amount that the normal heal is from your normal attacks. And whoever your current character is that's like out and doing some stuffs, they're also going to have a heal over time themselves. That is aside from the attacks healing you while you have the aura and stuff like that. So it's really, really, really great. But it puts a hydro effect on you and stuff that you come into contact with. So if you switch, pop it and then switch to a melee character and start whipping up on some people, you're going to get them wet real fast. But you are also wet. So the type of elements that you're fighting needs to be on your mind. It's pretty easy to get dunked on once you get frozen in place or start getting blown up with electricity. When you're wet. So be careful, be mindful of when you're using this and what kind of stuff is in the encounter that you're in. So just be a little mindful of that, boo. And then also all of her health scales, or sorry, not all of her healing scales off of her HP. And we'll get into the actual rates and everything too. Another thing real quick is her Q. So her elemental burst is just a big ol' heal. It'll heal you. It'll heal your party. If there's an NPC fighting with you, it might heal them too. The wording for the text is basically it just heals everybody. It heals your team. It's healing things. And this is where a good chunk of your healing with her will come from. And you can build her in such a way that your energy regen is very quick and you're very often able to use her Q. Because she's not going to do a whole lot of damage for you. But she can have a lot of really strong utility if you're using her right. Let's take a look at the actual HP regen rates real quick. So the Elemental Burst is 17.6% of Barbara's max HP plus 1,694. So not bad. You obviously, want to stack health when you've got stuff scaling off of HP. The 1694 will always be that number. It's the other one that you're trying to get real big over time. Melody Loop itself does 0.75% of max HP plus 72. And remember, the charged attack is 4 times that. So you would just, take this same thing and then times it by 4 to figure out what your charged are doing. And then the heal over time that Melody Loop is doing, that whatever your current character is getting an occasional heal, is 4% of maximum HP and then 385. So it helps me to, know what the numbers are and modifiers are. So just wanted to throw that stuff in there for some of you math people. It's good to understand how it's working together and everything. I mean, at the end of the day, the answer is just stack HP, boo. You don't need that HP. Getting into some of the nittier grittier stuff with it. So build for as much HP as possible early game. What we mean by that is there are very few sets in the game, or weapons, anything, period, that will increase your healing. So the stuff that you're going to have access to early game, mid game, that'll help you get some decent benefit out of her is going to be stacking HP. Another thing that you could potentially go for once you start getting into like some of the mid-level artifacts is some of the stuff that has interactions with like charged attacks or using energy. Some of that could be used to try and like reduce her cooldowns and stuff, but typically it's going to be easiest to go for HP. And a number of the early sets have like, plus 1,000 HP and stuff like that. Then on your artifacts where you can get percentages, you obviously want to be trying to get, HP percent where you can. So it's best thing that you can do early game. Next thing that I wanted to touch on, specifically because the event's still going on and there's a chance that some people haven't, really definitively set what they want from the Road to Glory. But Prototype Malice, the magic weapon from it, could be a viable pick now that we know that everyone is getting Barbara. Oh, hold on. Let me actually pull up the skill on it real fast. So it using an elemental burst regenerates 4 energy every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Additionally, all party members will regenerate 4% HP every 2 seconds for this duration. So when you use your big heal, you would basically instantly start regenerating energy to be able to use your big heal again. At that rate, you would probably get it back between it and other sources before the move was off cooldown itself, so you wouldn't be stuck waiting on the energy that you need to do it, just the base cooldown that's built into it. So that would, I think it's like 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds, being able to throw in some big heals. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I've gotten the weapon from the event yet, because I missed a few days because I'm a bum. But that could be something that people really want to consider right now. So just for all of you guys that hadn't selected that yet, this is potentially a pretty solid move. And then Maiden Beloved set does not drop until late in the game. It is, like, I think part of the second to last artifact sets that'll drop in the game. And I think the last set being ones that only drop in Abyss. So I think it's technically part of the last set that starts dropping in terms of stuff that's available in the world right now. So you're gonna go a little while before you can really get a set to boost your healing up. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind and not expect to be like, oh, okay, I can go heal build with her and everything real early. No, it's gonna take a little while to be able to get some of that stuff. Another reason why the weapon would be such a strong pick off of the Road to Glory event, because it is so long until you get other gear that would really impact your healing abilities. So just trying to give you guys the best perspective going into, like, okay, so I'm getting Barbara, but what does that mean? What am I going to be able to do? A lot. She does some good healing. Just some of her setup takes a little while. You got to build with a little bit of purpose, just a little bit of purpose. Another thing is her Q will be the bulk of healing. The charge attack should be the next priority, and then normal attack when the prior two are not possible. And specifically, that's when you have the melody up and everything. So when you have your aura going, when you're trying to heal, that should essentially be your healing priorities. You want to go with your Q, you're charged, and then normal attacks if the other two aren't viable options in the moment. Melody Song, putting Hydro on your active player is huge. You should be mindful when using in any encounter. Yeah, we touched on that earlier. It's not a little thing. You need to realize, like, okay, I'm basically just dumping a thing of water on me while I'm doing this. So yes, I'm getting healed, but you're also opening up a lot of risk. Every elemental interaction with Hydro is pretty rough. Pretty rough. I would have tried to put together an elemental reactions video with footage I had, but again, got in trouble with that footage, so we're waiting until the game is out and we can recapture some stuff. And also get some, more characters, hopefully, to show some fancier stuff with elements. and just on bigger scales. So we'll have a full guide breaking that down. But if you're just unfamiliar with elemental interactions right now, you can possibly get hurt. You want to be careful when you have that buff on. You don't want to think like, okay, I can just run around with this healing thing on me throughout the whole game. It's gonna get you a little bullied, boo. I just want you to know. I want you to be ready. Real quick, getting into some of her passives and everything, and these are the ones. These aren't constellations, so this is not. You need a dupe to unlock these. This is part of when you're leveling the character, getting to a certain rank, and then being able to ascend them. So this is part of that system, which is much easier to get, and versus the constellations. So first one, available at Ascendant Rank 1, Melody Loop reduces stamina use by 12%. Basically, while it's active, you can just do more with your stamina. More attacks, more dodges. It's just a little bit of niceness for you. Next one's Encore at Ascendant Rank 4. Elemental Orbs extend Melody Loop by 1 second, maximum of 5 seconds. So that's pretty solid. I feel like that one just explains itself. And then the other one, and this one is available just at default. It doesn't have any Ascendant rank tied to it. Perfect Cooking has a 12% chance to get double food. It has to be healing food. So there's food that will not affect your health, but, will reduce your stamina use or give you elemental advantages or resistances, I guess I should really say, to be specific. So it has to be food that actually gives you health back to trigger that with her. So just a little thing to keep in mind. Actually getting into the constellations. So the very first one, you regen 1 energy every 10 seconds. There's no qualifier on that. Just at any time, you just constantly regen just a little bit of energy with her, which obviously as you get build her further and further, your energy regen's going to be pretty good. Pretty good. Level 2, CD of Melody is reduced by 15%. There is a 15% hydro damage bonus for whoever has the aura. So whatever your current active character is, will do 15% more hydro damage. If they're a hydro character, obviously that's going to factor in. But typically, as I read that, it's like if you switch to Lisa and everything, the hydro end of the elemental interaction damage calculation will be increased by 15%. So I don't think this means, staying as a hydro character is more beneficial. You just get that added 15% hydro damage buff to all of your multipliers. So level 3 increases level of Shining Miracle by 3, max of 15. Level 4, charge attack regens energy. Again, like I said, she starts getting a lot of energy sources and everything the more advanced that she gets. Level 5 is increase the level of Shining Miracle by 3, max of 15. We just keep working on that. Actually, I think that one was supposed to, instead of be Shining Miracle, be the Melody. Hold on. Yeah, Let the Show Begin, which is that's your aura. And then level 6 revives active character on death will not work if Barb is the current hero. Yeah. Basically, she just becomes an instant res for anybody that makes a mistake. So a fully leveled up Barb is gonna be super gross. That's just free life, basically. It does not specify how much health they're revived with. So, I'm sure in 3 months we'll see. I'm sure someone by then will have some gross Barb. But, yeah, that's pretty strong. And that's pretty much it. I think that's kind of everything that I wanted to cover and talk about with Barb. I'm super excited that they're giving us a free healer at Adventure Rank 20 when Abyss becomes available. And the reason that I think that they did that is because Abyss is a wake-up call. The difficulty of the game takes a whole nother leap once you start playing around with Abyss. And I remember in the beta that just being a huge wall for just about everybody. There was not a lot of people being like, oh, Abyss, that's easy. There was a lot of, oh god, how do I get past this level? And giving everyone a healer from the start, I think is a smart move on their part. It's still going to be difficult. It's still going to bully people, and there's still going to be people that are very upset. But when we reach that point and those people are crying on Reddit, I just want to remind them, like, oh, remember the free barb they gave you? Just saying, this could have been worse. But I think it's a solid move. And, yeah, we've got about a day and some change until it's out, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. Unfortunately, the time that it comes out, I'll be able to play for a little bit that night, and then I have to go to sleep and get up for work. And then I guess I'll play it when I get off work. So we might end up live streaming that. I am not sure. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by today. You're going to have to catch your boy in the next one, because we out of here. Deuces.